What's up? Welcome back to the Mac Shack. Now in today's video, I'm showing you how we installed the hoist twice. Now there was a massive hiccup with the concrete, so I had to dig it all out. Stay tuned for that. So it's a little bit of how we installed a hoist and what we've done in the shed in the meantime. So let me flip you around, show you what's happening. We're also building the rod. We're 4 weeks out from chopped. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, stick around because I've just put our new fireplace on to heat it up in here. Like, comment, subscribe, you won't. Alrighty, over this side, I've got my homemade bender that I'm making a lot of parts for the rod. So, old Harold, bending up these sort of parts here. The sheet metal here was folded up by ASM sheet metal in Bayswater. So that's amazing. Oh, who's this? Right when I'm filming. Gary! Alright, welcome Gary. So, now we've got the hoist in, we have got so much more space in here now. Almost. Did you not close the door? Oh, how rude's this guy? Hector is still sitting here and Jared just won't pay the bills or get it registered. Amazing. But yeah, here is a massive addition to the shed. Absolutely a massive shout out to Roger. He chopped us out, gave us an awesome price for this. So. And big thank you to VK, Johnny, and Jared. Helped me do the concrete. You'll see later in the video. And Mark, he dropped in because my poor old Milwaukee hammer drill couldn't hack it. And obviously the fireplace, that's new. What are the plans moving forward? I'm thinking I'm going to cantilever a lean-to, or not a lean-to, but yeah, cantilever a section out here and I'll make it lower, and this will be a little bit of a, I don't know, retreat. Sit up near the fireplace, suck all the fumes in. Over here got new Penrite selection, and up here Laurie from Pinnacle gave me this amazing signed Dick Johnson, John Bow and everyone else V8 supercar memorabilia. So that's amazing, suits everything. So clearly Ford, and then we get Holden powered Fords. Over here, the bench, she's looking nice and tidy at the minute. And we've got old clutches and all that sort of stuff. Old chainsaw got given to it, and the little pump shut itself. Got sick of unloading the kids' dirt bikes because they were going, I don't know, we went 3 or 4 weekends in a row up to Lynchie's. And that's taken a bit of a back step because I'm going hammering on that. Over here, one of our major sponsors is Penrite, as you know, if you've been watching for years. So, got an awesome package from them. So we've got everything from general use, which is your degreasers, your multi-purpose lubes, throttle carb, brake clean, all that sort of stuff. And now we're doing a lot more with the motocross stuff, oil filter, oil foams, degreasers, cleaners, all that sort of stuff, oils, your general flushes, all that sort of stuff. And then all the big stuff for the cars and the race car and the fuels and the oils and all that sort of stuff. And cam assembly lube because we're about to build another LS and all the boosters and all that sort of stuff. So massive shout out to them. Yeah, so the shed is coming along amazingly. So if you've got some cool stuff that you want to sell or got a banner or something, let us know. And I'll buy it, put it off. Still not sure what we're doing over this side. I don't know whether I'll spin Hector around here and then that'll be like the full dirty area, or we're going to change that whole corner and get all my cool stuff off the wall, put shelving there, and then that'll be cutting, grinding, welding because the cars will be there. I'm still uncertain. So let us know what you reckon. Over in this corner, I still haven't really done everything. Oh, I've got the toilet. If anyone's got to have a toilet. Decked out. That's the Walkinshaw factory. It's all built now, getting finished. So over here, I know plans are to maybe cupboard this out and then this can piss off. Behind there, that's where the Gimp lives. So yeah, it's come a long way from the first video that we did on the shed, and so stick around. enjoy the rest of the video. And the boys helping me do this, you won't. Right, John's bailing. It's been my time lapse didn't work. We actually did all this, put it all up, and we didn't even get it on film. Tanya's happy, she's wrapped, heater's on, it's freezing. Oh well, we tried to put it everywhere. Here, there, everywhere, but with the height of it, we're pretty limited, so this is where she goes. All right, we literally just tried to start lifting that, and the axle I just got absolutely hammered on. Holy jeepers jeeps. Is that loud? So loud. Woo. Alrighty then, for those playing at home, I didn't show the death-defying getting up there and putting that up together with young, we'll just leave him nameless, VK, you're a legend. But yes, we've still got to level this off, so we're going to put shims under there and knock those off. I've got me little safety cable. Now, what has been driving me crazy has been how these cables work. And it turns out, I couldn't find the instructions online, but turns out this little cover plate here comes off, and then I could see what was going on down there. Oh, hello. There's that nut and bolt for the other one of these doovers off the cable. So I've actually figured out, you pull that back down, goes around there, all the way over there, and then this one comes down and up to the top. So then now I can double nut that and have a bloody good day. So now I've just got to feed that one back down the hole, pull it around the pulley, tension that down here. That can go back up there, double into that bad boy, and happy hoists. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you're doing it at home. You need 2 guys to lift these bloody things up, and you got to stand very carefully on a 8-foot steps, because that's better than 6 foot. Let me give you well, I'm 6'2", and 8-foot steps. That's what you got to do. And I need to sort out some wiring. But yeah, we're getting there now. So anyone that needs to know how to do the cables, pull this open and you can actually see what's going on and why your tension's so tight. Look at that. Treat yourselves, you won't. Poor old girl, she's been sitting outside, she's been hailed on, still fogged up. Just blew all the dust off her, but it's for a good cause. Oh, stop it. We're slowly getting there. Big shout out to VK today. Johnny on Saturday, he helped me get that side. VK helped me get this and across. Just need to get a new hydraulic line because the forklift driver was a muppet. He's kinked it twice. But yeah, coming up good. Amazing. This might confuse a few people because I'm about to start cutting the concrete up because a couple of the dynabolts actually wouldn't sit down and blew the concrete because it was really shallow on the other side of the shed near the Penrite slab. So I cut it all out. The kids, Luca and Gary, helped me dig it all out. I finished digging out all the dirt. So they're down 300, 350 in spots, and I've drilled it all out, caged it. This side over here blew out so much trying to put the 16mm Rio bars in, but I've put extra supports under both sides. I've double caged it because I had all the stuff. Cheers to me mate who hooked us up. You're amazing. So I've worked out where my plates are going to sit so I don't have to drill through all those big ones. So they're going to sit in the middle there. I was going to go back to here where that plate is, but that's where it's really shallow. concrete, and it just keeps blowing away. Then over this end, that's where that's going to sit. And put some big 16mm, like those triple braces in there. I don't know the correct terms because I'm not a rigger, but double caged as well. So we'll get the concrete tomorrow, pour it, and then get these bad boys up. Cheers, Roger. Love you, GenCare. Check them out. You won't. GenCare generators. Amazing. Now we have the concrete day. Jared absolutely chopped me out. Here I am thinking that I could have done it by myself in a couple of hours. Well, there you are, ladies and gentlemen. The pads are in. Done me a little footpath down the side for the rollers on the garage door. Massive shout out to Jarul. Couldn't have done it without him. Well, I could have, but it was a little bit of a job with two people trying to get all the concrete in between all the Rio bars. So very happy with that. Now, here's a little red hot tip for concrete. If you have never done it before, concrete is like playing with a pussy. The more you play with it, the wetter it gets. So you've got to trust the process. Let it dry and have a little laugh. Next up, hoist going in. They've told me 28 days before I put the chem set in. And then the hoist will be up. And then out here, I need some rollers on my door. So I've done a nice little path here. Amazing. Yeah, hindsight, should have probably come out and made an actual footpath. So before you say that, if I was going to do that, I would have knocked the lemon tree down and just concreted it all. Full bloody blog backyard, concrete everywhere. But got to have a lemon tree. Need somewhere to piss on. So thanks for watching. We'll get back on the rod. Oh, another little update for the shed. Got the big Kev, the old Canara. So stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, stick around. More shit coming out. You won't. All right, we've got Hero Mac here. I shuffled these over into the position. They're not too bad doing it by yourself, but luckily for me, Mark and John rocked up. We measured it all out into position, make sure she was nice and level. We used the ute. Here's a tip. Use your ute if you got one, and your toolboxes. Use as a little platform. That helped immensely instead of going up in ladders the whole day. And I had to do all the heavy lifting here while John put in the pins. All right, so we've bled the rams. We've got the footy going on. These are all locked off. We've had a professional electrician wire it up. So all bolted in. And I've just done the level check. She is amazing, like my missus. Treat yourselves. So I've just got to put the cover plates on and get a car on it. And we're going to put 10 years Honda on it because we don't care if it gets damaged. You're kidding. It doesn't get under the X-wire. You have to get the trolley jack under it.
Some cars have been drive over blocks of wood to get them just up.
Get a hoist, they said. It'll be good, they said. Get your jack to get it onto the hoist. Alright.
Be careful of that seal, man.
Hmm?
Oh, here we go. Oh my God, we have lift.
Funny because I'll need that for the blocks of timber.
Okay.
Huh?
Well, it's down there and up there.
I think it might need to come forward. It's got to come forward.
Yeah,
car?
you've got to bring his car forward.
Take two. Had to use the jack again.
Can you stand under it? That's the
Alright, we're up.
Yay!
And I'm still have to duck.
Were you on top?
Yeah, it's
not their problem. I'm gonna walk on.
Amazing. Amazing.
Oh my god, how come you put a pan out in there with the low screen?
It fights itself. That rear end doesn't go anywhere.
Goes everywhere, not the right way though.
That doesn't go anywhere. Bad loose springs and track bars don't work.
All right, now I want to change around so the car faces out this way. Down, pull the legs off. Looks disgusting with those rear wheels.
You've probably got easier if you had people that were driving.
Bloody spewing. I thought it went higher. I actually did think it went higher. Roger.
You have the pads goes it all the way down.
Yeah, but I couldn't get it up. They're all the way down so I could get...
But you'd say his arms bent from hitting the floor.
Yeah.
The whole rear end fights itself. It's great.
No, they actually bent that when they put it in.
Oh, custom?
Yeah, that was custom. Yep, I won't name them. Custom. All right, there you go. Hoist is in. Thank you to John. And Mark dropped his thing off. So excited. It's up there. And the banners don't hit the car. So I didn't pull them down for nothing. Amazing. And now we're going over how bad the XY is under here. They're blown out. What's wrong?
And you do what you do with it. With them gone.
Yeah, it's got a roll cage that holds the car together. Talk boxes don't.
Not your front.
Nah, just don't worry about it.
I've never seen that.
The hoist is holding the front on right now. It's good. No oil leaks.
Too far backwards.
I think I just need to fall.
That's an XF1.
Yeah, it's like three miles down too far rearwards.
Meanwhile, John, this is half an hour later. John's still under the car, just absolutely mesmerised how I drive this car and how it works.
There's a reason you've fucking 15 years and I haven't been in it now.
It's only been around for 12. That's how bad it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is unreal. We've got everything from like jack, hydraulic oil to the general stuff that we use all the time. Then we've got fuel stabilizer for nuggets that sit in the shed like the XY, rubber grease, high temp wheel grease, copper E's for all those nuts and bolts and all that, all the oils, fluids, flushes, and this is the motocross section down here. And then we've just got an overflow of the extras. So big shout out to Penrite. You guys are legends and it looks absolutely killer in the Mac Shack. Treat yourselves.